We there, YouTube. YouTube, what's going on? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Let me know if you got my guns out tonight. Let me know if y'all can see me. I'm feeling yes. Hi, sketchy. Huh? We should be back. We should be back. Yeah, Gina is saying hi. I'm about to bring you on, Gina. You can tell them hi on by yourself. See you and hear you good. All right. Okay, so like to welcome everybody right now. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this episode of. We don't even got a name for this thing yet. So let me know in the comments what we should call this thing. But yeah, today we're gonna talk to our guest, Gina. Gina from Just Say the Word. Just Say the Word is gonna be here tonight. And Gina is gonna bless us with a whole bunch of tips and tricks to amplify your t-shirt business. So if it's your first time here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button if you haven't. So your sound is cutting in and out. Okay. All right, Gina. It sounds like you're frozen. People are saying that you're frozen on your end there. We can barely hear Gina, but she is frozen. So do me a favor and refresh your page. Let's see what we get once you refresh it. See if we can get your video to resume a little bit. Cause yeah, you're frozen on my end too. So yeah, guys, this is a live show, so we do get a lot of technical. You're gonna face the technical difficulties when you're doing things live. So we apologize. Yeah, they're gonna have. They need to put a 5G right outside the shop here so we can get things going. Cause we got to get these lives pumping, and with the internet being goofy, we can't work with that. I don't think they heard anything because it just was frozen. But looks like your video feed is still. I'm gonna put you up and see. It looks like you're still frozen on my end. Oh yeah. I think she's still frozen. Da, 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 da. Ah, come on, technology. Technology is not our friend tonight, but we're gonna make sure it's alright. Yeah, na 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 na. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. All right, Gina, I see movement. I can see you now moving a little bit.
Trying to plug in my phone before it dies. I got 5%. I didn't even know.
Shoot, lucky you. I got 15 on the tablet, so we gotta get going. We gotta get going. We gotta bring in some value here tonight. Okay, can
Gotta
y'all
get going.
can y'all see Gina now? Y'all can see Gina.
Hang on, let me plug in my phone.
We can't see Gina yet. She's gotta plug in her phone a little bit, and we need. I'm gonna need a charger on my tablet too. Oh man, I forgot the charger at the house. But we'll get as far as we can before technology fails us tonight. How's everybody doing? I'm see what's up to a few people in the comments here. I see Kyle from Antioch. They say they can hear Gina now. Hey, Scoop. What's going on, Frank? Hey, June. You dig lifestyle? What's happening? James C said checking in. As always, James. Appreciate that. Who else we got? We got Larry from Next Step Apparel.
That better?
We have Pamela. We have Shirley. Yes, looks like we got movement now. Okay, so Gina is not frozen anymore. Gina is on the screen. And we are ready to rock and roll. All right, we're back, y'all. Sorry about the technical difficulties. This is a live show, so we expect things like this to happen, especially when you're dealing with stuff like the internet. As much traffic the internet is getting right now, these things are bound to happen. So, our apologies to you. But go ahead, leave a comment down below. Let us know where you're tuning in from and where you're watching this from. And this is if it's the first time, smash the like button one time, subscribe to the channel. But today we have our guest here with us, Gina, the sublimation queen. I learned sublimation from some of her videos. So, hey, Gina, welcome to the channel. Tell the people once again who you are for those that don't know who you are.
Hello, thank you for having me. Good to see you again. I am in this, my expertise is sublimation. I've been doing it since 2016, I believe. Kind of dipped into it in 2015, but 4 years. That is my expertise. But I do also work with heat transfer vinyl. Also do decals. I do tumblers, paint. I do a whole bunch of other stuff, but my main focus is sublimation because with sublimation you can do so many different things. and it's fun and it's a money maker. I can give you ups and or I can give you pros and cons. I know a lot of people use like the Epson printer because you can convert it. Um, I support you in that. If you know if you have to follow your budget, go with your budget. But as far as wanting to get a, which is what I have, a Sawgrass SG 800, I recommend that not because I'm biased, but because I've had it for, I bought it in 2015. I have not, knock on wood, that sucker's still going strong. Now,
Okay.
I know a lot of people complain about the price. I get it. But me personally, if you can afford it, get one. Um, I don't recommend converting because, and I say this because I know there's a lot of people that have had issues with the cartridge leaking or, um, well, who those of you know, you know who you are. I can't
Right.
really speak on that.
Okay. Okay.
But for me, it's like buying a brand new car. I'd rather I buy my brand new car every 3 years, only because I don't want the warranty to get voided. If something happens, I want it to be covered. That's just my opinion. That's how I shop. I'm not saying I'm rich, but it saves me money in the long run. So if you want to get into sublimation, buy what you can afford. Buy what you can afford. What fits in your budget. But
Wow.
make sure. I mean, if you buy the SG 800, the SG 400, or whatever, make sure you use it. Make sure your plans are to use it because it is a lot of money. The inks are expensive, which brings me to the ink. For the set of inks that comes with the sublimation printer, you can get about, and people don't do the math. This is what irritates me. You can get about 400 prints off of one set of inks. Yes, the inks when you buy it when you run out, it is about $340. But
Shoosh.
you get 400 prints off of one set. Do the math. Let's say you sell 14 shirts for $25. You got your money back. That's only 14 prints. How many more prints do you still have that you can make another 25 bucks off of it? You still have 300 and what, 86 prints left?
Okay.
People don't do the math, but that's just me. I wouldn't convert a printer, but again, buy what you can afford. Buy what you can
Okay.
afford.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, on the other hand, I'm a converter guy. I mean, I converted my Epson because I felt like that 800 was a huge bullet to bite, and especially with
It
everything that you already talked about.
is.
With the inks and all those different things. Those are things that people are worried about. People that's
Yep,
just starting off. But like you said, get whatever is in your budget. So when it comes to anything in the business, you got to go with what's in your budget because if you just come out there and you buy the sublimation, the Sawgrass 800, but you don't have a clientele yet, you're just gonna have money sitting on the shelf, right?
yep.
And
Throwing money
that's
away.
that's that's just throwing it on the way, throwing it away. That's like just money on the shelf is dead. So
Yep.
I appreciate you for giving us all those insights in there. But you say you've been doing sublimation now for what about 4 years?
Yeah, since 2016.
Okay. So what initially what got you into the custom apparel business?
Well, back in 1960, no, back in 2014, 2015, I was going to church and I was kind of, I don't know. I mean, I didn't see myself as a pastor or anything or preacher, but I love to encourage people with scriptures and positivity. And I mean, I went through a lot, and I wanted to be able to help others some way, some shape, some form. So I asked God, I honestly did ask God, what is it that I can do to help others? What is it? I mean, there's no way that I'm going to be a pastor overnight. There's no way that I'm going to be on a pulpit overnight. I wanted something fast. So I had a dream, and you have my logo. The part that I put inside the logo, it used to be the tail part. I had a dream that of just that by itself, and I woke up and I was like, okay, God, what is this? I have no idea. So I started drawing, and then t-shirts came to mind, and I said, okay, God, I get it. You can put positive stuff on t-shirts. You can put scriptures on t-shirts. You can put anything positive to, to help somebody, as you're out and about. Somebody could be having a bad day. I mean, somebody could be down and out. They see just one word, so something positive, even a scripture that would lift somebody up, you know, that could change somebody's day or life. I mean, you just never know. So that's how I came about um, wanting to sell T-shirts, and then coming up with the name. Just say the word. That's almost biblical, or not biblical, but the word biblical.
Okay.
So that's how I came about with wanting to make these shirts or print shirts.
Nice, nice. Okay, so you started off. So you started off with printing scripture shirts. Does that mean you were selling T-shirts like a brand, or did you start off with doing it for other people? And also, Gina,
I
I'm sorry.
started doing it for other people.
Okay, I'm sorry not to
And
cut you off. Are you able to scoot over to maybe your right a little bit?
yeah,
Perfect. Yes,
sorry.
perfect. So who can get you in the frame there? All right. So you was doing it for other people.
hmm
Okay. And did you start off with just off sublimation, or did you do vinyl at first?
No, I started off strictly with sublimation. I told myself, you will never catch me weeding.
Mm,
And then I finally realized, but because back then I was limited, we were limited to white or lights with sublimation,
okay.
polyester, no cotton. So I said, you know what? I can't limit myself. There's no way. So I got into to doing working with vinyl, and I kind of thought it was funny because I mean it's a given. You have to do work with vinyl. I didn't want to, but it turned out to be fun.
Right.
But then I started getting more orders, and I was like, I cannot do this for this many orders. So I started outsourcing my my the larger orders, which
Right.
makes sense because you're not gonna sit. I've done it before. I've weeded like 40 something, you know, heat transfer vinyls, and I said never again,
40 something. I've
never
weeded.
again.
I've weeded shoes. I've weeded 100 shirts before. Like I just did an order, and it was all different types of. It was different colors, so I had to weed all 100 of those. So, but when it comes to like sublimation, I think a lot of the downfall that we struggle with is the this issue with like the polyester.
Mhm.
So how are you getting around that to be
How,
able to meet all customers' needs?
how I'm getting around that is I started off with the powder process, which I buy from Seps Graphics. Well, I don't buy it anymore. I still have some. I
Ooh,
found some videos on YouTube, but they were in the UK. And then I finally found somebody who sold it. I think they're in Alabama. Anyway, it
okay.
works pretty good. You just have to follow the instructions. It's pretty fair. I mean, I have a couple videos. I like it, but for me it's messy, because you got powder that you can get everywhere, and it works awesome. It really does because you can use 100% cotton
Okay.
since you were limited to polyester. But with the powder process, you're still limited to light and white. So
Mm,
now we've got Caesar Easy Subli, which you can do any color, any fabric type, and that's where it ends as far as sublimation. You're not limited anymore.
wow. So let's talk a little bit about that piter, okay? Because
Uh-huh.
I've never used it. I've heard videos. I mean, I've seen videos, but the videos were not in English. So I'm like, dang, I don't know if I want to get into this. How? What's the washability on those garments when you're using that powder? Because in my honest opinion, you can change this right now. By the way you answer this, I feel like if it's not being sublimated onto the actual garment, it's not sublimation.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way about the easy subli. So how can you change my mind about that? And the same with a lot of people.
I have a shirt, two shirts actually, and I made a video. I have a video that says washability, sublimation to cotton washability,
Mm,
and I show you a couple of shirts, maybe three shirts that I still wear to date, and they still look the same. And as
okay.
far as the Easy Subly, I have a shirt too that which oh man, it's downstairs. If you give me a second, I'll go get it.
Nah, it's good. When I don't wanna lose the audience or nothing.
it's
Yeah,
it's
I take your
it's
word for it.
for me it lasts. For me, it's worth it. It's totally worth it to try it. To
Okay.
try it because I've had put on the armor of God. I've had that one for I want to say 2.5 years maybe.
Mm,
And then I have another one that's it was from Hurricane Harvey, which is what two September will be 3 years.
okay.
And that sucker still looks like I just pressed it yesterday. I kid you not.
Awesome. Okay. And that's with using the potter, right?
The powder process, yes.
Okay.
And it's very easy to use. The
Mm,
only thing you can't do is you cannot contour cut because that ink is still wet and you have to put it under the press and let it cure for 40 seconds. Just, hovering under the heat.
okay. So it sounds like people want to actually see that shirt that you're talking about. So yeah, you can go ahead if you don't mind, grab that
Let
shirt
me go grab it.
so we can see.
Hold on.
Okay, so while Gina go and grab that shirt, we're gonna. I just want to say thank you everybody for joining here. I appreciate the super chat that Jesus warned me. Jesus said he was gonna come here today and drop a whole bunch of super chat because things has been good in his shop. Bro, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate y'all for smashing the like button too. Okay. Shout out to Larry. Larry's actually doing a good job in there, Larry. I appreciate you. Appreciate all of y'all for jumping in here. So have anybody else ever used that Potter thing that Gina is talking about? Let me know in the comments as well. Because I've never used it and I see a lot of video about it. I'm still a little scared to try it out. Okay. But looks like Gina is back with us. Okay. You can hold it up for us a little bit. Okay. It's all good. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Mm. Yeah, it's fine. So is there a residue on there or is that a gray? Is the gray part of the design? Oh, okay. Mm. Ah, okay. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna have to try that out. I'm gonna have to try that out. So also, Jenna, are you working from home? Okay. Nice. Wow. Mm. Yeah. So let's talk about that a little bit. Let's talk about that a little bit because a lot of people that's watching this, they're probably in the same situation as you with a full time job and juggling this side hustle here. Myself, I did it for years until like last May, and then I even went back for a job couple months ago. But now I can say that I'm doing it full time and moving forward. But how what is it that makes you feel that the time is now for you to throw it all in and go full time into the business?
You can't continue turning away business. I hate doing that, and I have had to do that because of my job. And if you have enough money saved away like 3 to 6 months to back you just in case, you know, just in case you need it or something happens, like with all this craziness going on and people losing their jobs. If you can afford it, just if you can honestly, truly afford it, and you've honestly thought about it, especially if you have a partner that can back you up, then take that risk because ultimately you're the only one that can do that.
Right.
Nobody's gonna do it for you. You're never gonna know if you're scared. You're never gonna know if you're intimidated. Like me in my case, I've been with this company for so many years. I kind of feel bad, but then I'm like, you know what? They're not living my life. They're
Mm.
just paying me to do their work for them. So it's
All
time
right.
for me to pay me for doing my work for me. So
Okay.
sometimes you just got to take that chance. You just have to. And if you fail, then just keep trying. If you
That's
fail
it.
again, just keep trying. I still make mistakes. I still get mad at myself. If I could make a video for all my bloopers, I could probably make that video go viral, but
Okay.
but just
All right.
don't give up. We're all going to get frustrated. And if you're learning new things, try to stick to one thing, master one thing at a time.
Mm.
Because if you're all over the place, you're going to make more mistakes. You're never going to master that one thing that you need to focus on. Like me, sublimation. I got into other things once I got the sublimation down. Then I went to powder process. Once I got that down, I went to something else. I learned how to do tumblers. After I got that down, I started painting. After I did that, I did, just master, master what you're doing before you move on to the next. Then you can build your business to not limit yourself.
Okay. So yeah, I like that you say try to focus on one thing, Matt, until you perfect it, and then you can bring something else into the business. But
Yep.
so when it comes to sublimation, would you advise somebody to niche down and do just one thing? Maybe I'm just that license plate guy, or you would say go ahead and do sublimation and do whatever the customer need. Like what side of the fence are you on with that?
Don't limit yourself because with
Mm,
sublimation you can print on anything. Don't I don't recommend starting off with keychains, the little bitty things. Start off with the big things. Start off with the license plates. Start off with the koozies, the mugs. Um, they have beer bottles, or bottle huggers. Um, Start off with a few things and see how they do. And another piece of advice: don't don't not do something because you think that the customer might not like it. Ask opinions, or if you're on the Facebook group, do like which one looks better, which one would you buy, A or B or one or two or whatever.
mm.
That way you don't get stuck printing a bunch of stuff that you're stuck with. You're not gonna be able to sell it. But make samples, but don't spend too much money. You know, Start off with something that it's gonna look good, like a license plate, um, or mugs. Just give out some mugs, but be creative. Think outside the box. Try to do something that somebody else has not done. I see a lot of YouTube videos where people are doing the same thing that somebody else did, and you see those people have the same following. It kind of gets boring. So try to think outside the box and be different. Stand out. If you really want to get out there and you really want to get business, stand out.
Stand out. That's a good point there. Basically, find that one thing that makes you like find your why. I was talking to Larry earlier, and I was talking basically about the same question I just asked you about basically niching down, or just like finding your why to why you're doing it. Basically, what
Mhm.
is it that what is that why that you bring to solve that problem that this person had? And like you said, try to be different. Find that one thing that make you stand out. A lot of people out there are doing mugs, but what makes your mug stand out? Is it
Yeah.
because you're doing the two color mugs, or like what is it that will make you stand out? Is what you need to figure
Yep.
out when it comes to this stuff here. Okay, so Gina, how do you inquire new customers? What is your strategy to getting customers to come into your space or become your order or come and place an order? What is your strategy?
Well, I used to use Instagram, but honestly, Instagram is a waste of money. I tell you that because I've tried it a couple of times, paying. I think once I paid $30, another time I can't remember. And I noticed that, yeah, you get a crap load of, I mean, like 1,000 likes, but only two or three subscribe. That's a waste of money.
Mm,
So get yourself out there. Start off with your family and your friends or your coworkers. They're gonna like what you see, what you make, because, like I said, if it's something unique, there's something that nobody else has, they'll spread the word. My girlfriend, she's in the dental field. She goes to different locations. So she carries her tumbler that I made her. I can't tell you how many tumblers I've made because everybody likes it. Through her, in the past, let's say 3 months, I've made maybe 25 tumblers. That's just because she carries this tumbler, and
mm,
hers is unique. And she's taken a bunch of stuff, everywhere she goes. She'll advertise for me, my church group. I'll make shirts for them, and they wear it. They're advertising, and people ask them, "Hey, where'd you get that? That's pretty cool." And just give some freebies to people that you know are going to help you advertise. Especially if you can't afford ads or you don't want to pay for the ads. Where it gets around, it's word of mouth is the best business, hands down, for me.
nice, nice. Yeah. So word of mouth is one of the biggest advertisement that I use. Just putting something out there for people to see it. And I use Instagram a lot. And that's only because I want people to see what they can get from me. So
Hmm.
that's why I always encourage people to use social media for for those type things. Like not so much about the ads, because that's gonna be, like Jenna said, a waste of money, but show people what you can do. I
Yep.
did I did a video the other day. I started doing this coffee over rashes thing in the morning on Facebook, and the topic we're talking about is basically showing people what you can do and making sure that you actually have products to show them, and not having a private Instagram page where I jump on your page and you have nothing on there. It is
Yep.
your dog eating out of the bowl, stuff like that. Like, it's a business page, but you're selling me your dog eating out of a bowl. Like, I
uh,
mean, I hope that makes sense. It's just like showing people exactly what you can do, so
yeah.
they,
Post your stuff.
yeah, and just even if you just gotta print it to take a photo of it and post it, whatever, do it. So that's why I always encourage people. Always, just, I mean, I always got the phone. Even I'll be showing YouTube video, I got the phone catching it for
Uh-huh.
Instagram and stuff like that, because people need to see. How can you buy something if you can't see it? You
Yep.
know.
That's true.
So, all right, Gina, let's talk a little bit about YouTube. YouTube,
Okay.
because I know you're doing good on YouTube. For all those that don't know,
Well, thank you.
Gina has a YouTube channel, and I believe it's the same name as the company, right? Just say the word.
Yeah, just say the word LLC Gina Gill.
Yes. So go ahead and subscribe to Gina's channel there. But Gina, why did you get started in YouTube? So why YouTube?
That was kind of an accident, but I did have videos up one time. I was showing people how to use the cutter, but I realized that it was Astro stuff, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to get in trouble, so I had deleted them or put them down. And then January, the middle of January, I went ahead and I I think I posted my first mug and then I posted an intro. I look sleepy. I look dead tired. But I decided, you know what? I'm gonna try this YouTube thing. I'm gonna give myself a year to get 1,000 subscribers, and then just gonna be diligent and see what happens. Well, December, in 11 months, I got 1,000 subscribers. So I reached my goal ahead of schedule, and then I decided, you know what? I can do this. I'll just continue posting more and more and more. I think I have over 100 videos finally in since January, April, 13, 15 months now that I've been on YouTube.
Okay.
I'm actually proud of it. I've come a long way.
Yeah, you should be. You should be proud of it because YouTube is a lot of work. YouTube is a lot of work. It's actually it's a job. YouTube is a whole
Yeah,
nother job.
yeah,
If
it
you're
is.
doing it for some of us, we're doing it. If you're throwing videos out there, there's a lot that goes into those videos. You're not just
Oh
pushing
yeah,
record and doing the video. If you're really doing it right, you should be doing your research. You finding the right keywords, finding the topic to do on the video. How can you make it different? There's a lot that goes into YouTube. So
and then editing.
and yeah, you can't forget the editing, the
That's
late
the
nights.
longest part of it.
Yes, the late nights editing and the part that you got to hear yourself talking while you edit the video. And it's like those things. But then you get used to it. You get used to it. And I
Yep.
always encourage people to start a YouTube channel. I tell people all the time, start a YouTube channel because it's basically just documenting. It's documenting your process. You know, people one day you'll be able to be on the other side of the camera, like where I'm at, and be able to teach somebody this whole thing and they will look
Hmm.
at you like, oh wow, this person knows what they're talking about because they've seen the process. You know, like me, I got videos. You talking about sleepy? I got videos where I'm just like, and it's dark. You know, it was super dark. But at the end of the day, that was part of the process. You know, like there you can see those steps, and people can relate to that and say, "Hey, right, I've been watching him for a while. I remember when he was in the basement. I was just talking to
Yep.
Larry about it again today. I talk to Larry a lot. He's been calling me. That's my mentee. He's doing good. Shout out to Larry. But anyways, it's just it's a lot that goes into it, and
There's a lot of
right,
there's a lot of behind the scenes. A lot of people are intimidated. I mean, I know I was.
man,
I was like, what am I gonna say? I'm gonna look dumb. I'm gonna say something stupid. And then I said, you know what? I'm just gonna be myself. If people like it, fine. If they don't, they don't have to watch. As long as you put out good content.
yeah,
Some people, some people, that I've seen or heard were shy or scared. They're pretty awesome. They explain things perfectly. I mean, they make sense of a lot of things. And so don't put yourself in that category, that nah, I can't do it. No, I'm scared. You know what? You're only looking at a phone or just pretend, you're just looking at a
yeah.
phone. Just pretend you're talking to the phone even though you're really talking to people. Just be yourself. Be yourself.
Just yeah, it's just like basically it's just you probably already talk to yourself anyways, like most people do. So just turn on the
All
camera
the
and talk to
time.
the camera. I mean, that's how I looked at it. I'm already talking to myself anyway, so I'm gonna just put the camera in front of me and talk to the camera, and then post that video out there for somebody else to look at it. And that's what it is. And there's a lot that goes into it, and you can actually make money on YouTube. You know, like
Yep.
once you hit the right numbers, you get your channel monetized you can make money on there, and YouTube can eventually be your full time job. Like a lot of
Mhm.
people before you couldn't say, "Hey, I work YouTube." Like, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a YouTuber. Now it's cool to be a YouTuber. I
Yeah, it
mean,
is.
it's cool. Like
It is.
kids these days they want to be a YouTuber, and that's
Yep.
okay because it's a job, and I understand because I throw videos out there and I know how much work goes into it. And if my daughter tells me she wants to be a YouTuber, cool, let's go grab a camera. You know what I mean? It's
Right?
like because I know what the outcomes could be. And then eventually you get affiliated with companies. Companies are reaching out to you. They're sending you free stuff. You're getting heat presses. You're getting all this stuff because of the value that you're bringing
Yeah.
on the channel.
I
And
have
yeah,
yet for them to contact me. I think I'm like maybe 5 or 6 subs away from 1,500. I think that's
okay,
okay considering I've only been on what 15 months.
Yeah, that's good number.
I'm not mad.
That's good number. That's good number. You're doing good. As long as it's consistent, they're looking. Trust me, those companies are looking. If they're in
Mhm.
you're in the right space, because the fact that it's niche, the channel is niche. You're not out there doing a lifestyle. You're not all over the place.
Random.
There are companies. There's definitely companies that's watching. They're just looking for the numbers to reach a certain and
Yeah.
a certain level. Then they're gonna reach out. Hey, Gina, we got this heat press here. You think you can help us? Or now you can start reaching out to companies too, like Heat Press Nation. If they're not reaching out, you reach out to them. Heat Press Nation is good with the affiliates. Or what you can do, there's a
I think I
company.
reached out to them like 6 months ago, and they were
Okay,
like, they said they weren't doing anything. So I just said, I will forget it. Let them look for me then.
yeah, trust they're gonna run the same companies that's not answering it now. Those companies are gonna be calling you in a couple of months. Give it some time because I see it. Companies that I reached out to, like, my channel is not even big. Right now we're probably, I think it's almost like 43 or something,
Yeah,
4,300.
you're bigger than me.
Yeah,
How long have you been on YouTube?
consistently, I've
Yeah,
been on YouTube maybe I'll say about 15 months
same as me.
consistently. Yes, it's been the same thing, less than 2 years. you
Okay.
know and I could be wrong. The first video that I put out was on like the stockings, and since then I realized it was like November of 20, might be a November of like 2018, so maybe about almost 2 years. And since then I seen the numbers moving on that video. I was like, you know what, babe, I think I'm just going to do YouTube. And I just started throwing videos out, consistently. And at that time, the channel wasn't even monetized. The channel just got monetized, but it's the live videos that got the numbers where they needed to be. And yeah, so for anybody out there that's looking into getting into YouTube, man, I'll say do it. Don't hesitate. Go for it. Okay.
Yeah, I have a piece of advice on that. If you if you're not sure what type of video you want to make, I mean, of course, it has to be something that you want to do on the regular, as far as it being part of your business. Don't be afraid to try something new. I have a is it my number one video? I think it finally became my number two video. It might be my number one video. That was just an experiment, and it became my number one video.
Mm,
And it was thanks to Dennis with Dennis the Impossible.
okay.
He wanted me he challenged me to do a wood grain tumbler for him, and I really didn't want to, but because he told me, he says, you can do it. I want you to do it. I was like, okay. So I did it. It became my number one video. And out of the hundred and something videos that I got,
Mm.
I was really surprised. So don't be afraid to try something new, because that could be a video that goes viral.
Yeah, you never know. People are searching for it. If people are searching for it, those numbers are going to come up.
Yep.
And yeah, I always tell people, man, just do it. Even if nobody's watching, just hit that camera. Eventually, you'll see people are going to start tuning in if you're consistent. It's all
Yep.
about consistency with YouTube. Okay. But yeah, Gina, so my battery is running low. I don't want this thing to die.
Okay.
I got about 5% on the tablet, which is
Oh,
controlling this whole show. So if that tablet die, everything goes to a whole nother side. But so let's button this thing up a little bit. What is that one advice you can give to that one person, that Gina out there that wants to start a business and they don't know where to start? So yeah, what is that advice you can give them?
do your homework.
Mm,
Do your homework. Do your research. Research, research, research. A lot of people think they have to have an LLC or S corp or C corp. You can start off as a sole proprietor. If you got your company name, get it registered at the county clerks, or is it county clerk at the courthouse, nearest courthouse, and
yeah,
get started from there. And be a self proprietor and start there, because once you do that, you're gonna feel like, man, I'm the shits now.
right, right.
That'll motivate you to get started instead of procrastinating. So do that first, and then the rest will just fall into place. That's my first piece of advice to you.
Wow. Do the research, guys. There with anything, you want to do the research. Don't just take other people's word for it or just see somebody else doing it and you jump on it. You want to do the research and figure out, is this really what I want to get into? And
And
talk to
research
people,
your name.
network,
Research the
research the
name too.
name. Yeah, I did a video on that the other morning too. So you research the name, but don't just I tell people, don't just agree on that name that you first seen and then you go ahead
Because
and
you
say,
waste
oh, this is
time on
my
creating a
business name.
logo, you waste time on drawing and not know. Make sure it's
Yeah.
not taken, and then you go from there.
Yes, yes. I tell them all the time. Research it. By researching it, making sure that domain is available in that name. And make sure the social media names are available in that same name. Like it has to be available everywhere before you go ahead and say, this is my name. I need a logo. Oh, I want to trademark my logo. What are you trademarking? Like for what? Like it's not even, you didn't even make $1,000 on something yet, but you want to trademark it. You know, like it's not even proven yet, but you want to trademark it. People spend a lot of time on the unnecessaries because
Yep.
they hear other people doing it. Do your research and make sure this is what you want to do. This is what you want to get into, and realize that it's gonna take a lot of your time. You know, it's gonna take a lot of your time, and you gotta have a strong partner. If it's like your significant other, whoever the case is, you gotta have that support, or else you're gonna have a lot of sleepy nights on your own. You know.
Yeah. Once you get the name down, go to the courthouse, pay the 25, 30 bucks, whatever it is that they charge you, and it's good for 10 years. And then the next step would be registering it or getting it secured through your state. And that cost me back then 300 and something dollars. I don't know what it is now. Excuse me, I don't know what it is now. But start off in your county, and then if you're going to start selling outside, whatever wherever you live, then go ahead and go through the state.
Cool. So yeah, do your
That'll
research. Get the
motivate you once you got that.
Yep. Do the research. Get the name. Get it registered with the state, and then what will be the next thing, Jana?
County first, and then state, and then get to work. Sell some stuff.
And then get to work. That's what I was waiting to hear.
Practice,
And
practice, practice on your prints. Practice.
yeah,
I've
practice.
I've printed, I've cut stuff backwards, not upside down. I've cut stuff backwards, vinyl. I mean, practice, practice, practice,
Yeah,
practice, because you will get pissed off. But it's gonna happen.
yeah,
It still happens to me sometimes. I'm sure
yeah. I
Erastus
tell
messes
people,
up too.
shoot, you don't even know. I got a box of shirts that they're just upside down, it's backwards, all that, and it's gonna happen, but it's all part of the process. And
Yep,
even if you consider yourself a pro or whatever, you're still gonna mess up.
you're
I
still
mess
gonna
up a
mess
lot.
up.
I mess up a lot. Sometimes I'll be doing a video. Most of the time, my mess ups come because I'm live on YouTube. My wife's
Can
like,
you
"Turn off the
talking?
camera because you're live on YouTube." That's how it gets messed up a lot. But this stuff can be done, man. It can be done, and y'all can do it. Anybody that's watching this, I want to tell you, you can do it. You just have to jump out there and
Just
jump out
do
of
it.
that and just do it. Just turn on the camera. And I tell people, you want to learn, try it and practice it. Okay, learn the process because you're watching videos right now. If you're watching this, you're learning the process, and then you want to like turn that video off and actually try what you learned. Try what you just learned, and then once you try it, you just keep practicing and perfecting that,
And
practicing
you
it,
perfect
practicing
it.
it,
Yep.
practicing it, and eventually you're gonna perfect it. So I always tell people that learn, try, and practice. Once you get all those down, you're gonna be a pro. You're gonna be right here teaching us, and I'll be watching your YouTube channel too. And I'm gonna subscribe. So let me
Yep.
know when it's ready. All right,
Yep.
Jenna. So I appreciate you for being on, man. But before we go, let people know where they can find you on social.
On YouTube, it's just say the word LLC, Gina Gill. Instagram is Gina Gill. It's underscore Gina underscore Gill underscore. And that's connected to my business Facebook. So those are the two main platforms. And I am working on a website. So hopefully that's coming soon. But I am working on
Okay.
a website finally.
Nice. Okay, so make sure you go ahead and subscribe to Jenna's channel. Check her on Instagram, follow her there, and reach out to her on Facebook. and all places that you are at, she's probably there too. All right, Jen, are you ready for this? The questionnaire, because I know you watch it. I got a few questions here. We're gonna
Sure.
see. We're gonna get to know you a little bit more. Okay.
All right. I'm ready.
So, coffee or tea, Jana? Coffee or tea?
Coffee. Coffee
Coffee, black or with cream?
with cream.
With cream? Nice, nice. I like it. I like it with cream and sugar too. Where's your favorite place to get coffee from?
Starbucks. My
Ah,
kitchen.
she said she said Starbucks.
I don't make coffee. They make it for me.
Yeah, I can't do too much Starbucks, man. The
No,
price.
I only treat myself. I used to go to Starbucks a lot, but I stopped. But
Okay,
that's my go-to for hard times.
awesome. So on the scale of 1 to 10, how well of a driver are you?
A well of a driver,
Yes.
I would have to say a 7 because nobody's perfect.
Hey, that's a good answer. That's a good answer. All right. So Netflix or Hulu?
Netflix.
Netflix. Are you watching movies or TV shows on Netflix?
I like to watch comedy or action.
Okay.
Mostly
What
comedy.
stand up comedy? Who's your favorite comedian?
My favorite comedian?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bunch, but the one right now is Kevin Hart. Even though he cusses a lot, but I like him. He's
He's funny
funny.
though. He's funny. He's
I
funny.
think he's the highest paid comedian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my guy, man. He's from around here, Philadelphia. All right. So if what TV show what are you watching right now?
Right now, I don't know if it's a TV show, but The Bachelor
Okay.
or no, what is it called? Something. What is it called?
Basketball Wives.
No, I don't even like basketball. The one, Chicago PD is the one that I have been watching a lot. Let's just go with that. Chicago PD.
Okay. That's yeah, nice. All right. So one last question here. If you were to have any superpowers, what would that be?
Any superpowers?
Yeah.
Make people disappear.
Make people disappear. You don't want to disappear. You want to make people
I had a
disappear.
bad day. It would have to be flying.
You know, say, hey, you
Keeping it
get on
real
my
for the
nerve.
moment.
Disappear. Wow.
No,
Yeah.
it would be flying. I have a lot of dreams that I'm flying, so I would it would be flying because they're pleasant dreams.
Wow. Okay. Nice. Nice. Okay. All right, Gina. I appreciate you for being on the show, and yeah, I want to encourage you to keep going, stay strong, and especially with you trying to transition now into doing this full time, it's not going to be easy, but whatever you're doing is going to be yours. So
Yep.
I encourage you to just tune in on that when you feel the time is right. Put that time into you, developing your stuff, developing your business, and it's gonna feel good. It's gonna feel good. You're gonna miss that job because you've been doing it for so long. But at the end of the
Yep.
day, what this
Not gonna
business
miss
is,
it.
yeah, okay. The business, this is yours. This is your baby. So you want to put that time into it. Okay.
Yep.
So I appreciate you again for being on the channel. You are
No problem.
actually, yeah, I like it. I like it. We had a lot of technical difficulties from the beginning, but
It's all
we
good.
made it. We made it through. We're here now. All right, Gina. So again, I see you in the chat somewhere. I see you in the group, and I appreciate it. Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for having me. Have a good night, everybody.
You're welcome, Gina.
Take
See you
care.
later.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Bye.
Yes, so that was awesome, right?
That was
That was
super,
super
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 cool.
cool.
Gina,
Gina,
good
good
video. I
video. I
appreciate the
appreciate the
super
super
chat. We'll say
chat. We'll
what's
say
up
what's
to a
up to
few
a few
people
people
here.
here.
Jesus,
Jesus, I appreciate the super chat.
Y'all gonna
Y'all
let
gonna let
Jesus
Jesus
do the
just do
super
the super
chat
chat all by himself?
Man,
Man,
Jesus, man,
Jesus,
they
man,
leave
they
me
leave me
all on your
all on
own.
your
What's
own.
going
What's
on,
going on,
Joe Hard
Joe
and
Hard and
Hustle?
Hustle?
Good luck,
Good luck,
Gina.
Gina.
I
I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
Can y'all
Can y'all
hear
hear
me?
me?
Because most
Because
of the
most of
time
the
I
time
get
I
off of
get
that,
off
I
of
be
that, I be
forgetting
forgetting
to
to
turn
turn
the
the
sound
sound
on.
on.
So what's
So
the
what's the
best
best
paper for a
paper for a
screen
screen
press?
press?
What do you mean
What do you mean
screen
screen
press?
press?
Say I'm
Say I'm
echoing.
echoing. I'm echoing. All right, we're gonna leave that echoing thing alone. But
Y'all,
all right, y'all, I
appreciate y'all for
appreciate y'all
being
for
on the
being on the
channel. I
channel.
don't
I
want to
don't
keep
want to
y'all
keep
long.
y'all
My
long. My
iPad is
iPad
about
is
to
about to
die in
die in
about
about
two
two
seconds,
seconds,
2%.
2%.
So
So
y'all have a
y'all have a
blessed night.
blessed
Have
night.
an
Have an
awesome
awesome
weekend. It's a
weekend. It's a
big
big echo. Oh no, big echo. Oh no.
Is that better? I have an echo. What does it sound like now? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Can y'all hear me? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me? But I was gonna say, make sure you join the Facebook group. Okay, the Facebook group is called Fire Up the Heat Press. We'll fire up the Heat Press on Facebook. Join the Facebook group and join the community. Okay, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Subscribe, and like this video. Put a like on this video. Until next time, you guys, it's good now. Okay, since it's good now, I can talk to a few people. Say what's up to a few people here. Jesus. So, okay, appreciate you, Jesus. Who else? Thank you, Next Step. Jesse's in the building. Life Custom, what's going on? Say yes, just say the word. Love it. Yes, it's a super dope name. Learn new stuff. Yeah, the comments are. I appreciate y'all for being in the comments. Okay, but yeah, until next time, y'all. Y'all have an awesome weekend. God bless. Practice social distancing and all that good stuff they're telling y'all to do. Wash your hands, wash your sneeze, and all that. All right, I'm out of here. Y'all be blessed and see y'all next time.